Continuing on our theme from yesterday, this is Daniel Levy, the Good Mood Coach, and we are learning from elazar Shlomo Schick from the essay called Be Happy, right? We said, been talking a lot lately about embittering your soul and breaking your spirit by meditating on the wrong you have done. And we emphasized the idea that we're not helping ourselves at all, not a little bit, not a lot, at all, nothing, zero, nothing. This strengthens the wrong side. We talked a lot about how we're not going to be able to move forwards by focusing on any of that. Doesn't mean there's not special times. We don't want to sit down and work on self-improvement. Now, going on, these negative traits can all be wiped out only with gladness and joy. Wow. So this negative trait of ruminating can be wiped out only with joy. So one question we have here is, how does that work? Why is it that joy and gladness, really gladness might be Gila Varina, Zehayom Asher Asa Hashem Nagila V'Simcha Bo. Why is it that this Gila and this Simcha, this gladness and this joy, wipes out negative traits of ruminating and thinking about negativistic thoughts? The more you rejoice, the more you will render powerless, he says. He says, now going on, the more you rejoice, the more you will render powerless these tools and weapons of the side of evil, and the more you will illuminate the darkness. So not eliminate, I would have thought it's eliminate, but it actually says illuminate. Just like the Holy Baal Shem Tov says, a little bit of light dispels a whole lot of darkness. Like he says and explains, it's like a candle in a room. So I'm in a very, very dark place, yeah? If I can get just one light, that provides like a serious amount of light because I can at least see where I'm at. It's important. Why is that? I think we could explain two things. Number one, it's because joy, the type of joy we're talking about, is not going to a party, it's not necessarily going to a movie, it's not necessarily eating a nice dinner. Not that those things can't bring one to this type of state and emotional, soul-based experience that we're talking about. It's really that we're talking about a deeper level. We have expanded consciousness, or in this case, deepened consciousness. We talk a lot about in our depression groups, how is it you could have a good day and have a good mood on a bad mode day, on a day where I have a depressive episode? Not easy. The way is through connecting with my soul, which is largely eclipsed and disconnected on one of those type of days. But through certain ways, we can definitely find our way back to that place. And a little bit, it's like, boom, like a lighter or a match. Pow! If I could just get a little bit and light it up, that will begin to render powerless these tools and weapons, which is what? Thoughts. Basically, the negative side is like a hand going inside a glove. The glove is our mind and our thoughts, and the hand is this negative force. And it's like the dark side. It's like the Darth Vader energy of life. Fear, and like Yoda said, fear and hatred and anger. These lead to the dark side. Hatred of oneself, hatred of other people. So we want to basically find ways to connect with joy, even in those places. And that's why Rebbe Nachman talks about being silly. We have to find ways to break through. And it is so important that we can wipe out these things with joy. And we think just the opposite. Oh, the way to get rid of these bad thoughts about what I've done is to fix what I've done. Well, sort of. But it's hard to fix what I've done without the motivation, without the feeling good about myself. And so Rabbi Ars teaches us that really one should only do repentance work or growth work, right? Only, yeah, that's great. Using the word restroom is a great way to improve your happiness, because when you're holding it, you don't feel good, right? So he says, Rabbi Ars says that first, before we do tshuva, we need to get in a place of gratitude and joy. And then from there, I can look at my good points, my struggling points. And that a person, because I won't have clarity and I won't do it in a way that's really productive. I might be very dysfunctional and self-sabotaging. And so therefore, we must really get to that place first. Otherwise, it's like a maze where I'm going to keep going into cul-de-sacs. If I want to get out, I am going to need to first come to appreciate myself, and appreciate life on some basic level. There's so many people suffering in the world. My holy brothers and sisters in the land of Israel are going through a really hard time. And my heart and my prayers go out to them. I hope that God will bless them and give them safety and peace, and that everything will settle down and there will be a good, harmonious, peaceful world. It's a very hard time. And this bitterness and depression is spreading. It's spreading, but we need nonetheless to find ways to have inner joy and inner gladness, that there's a way. And we must find a way. So this last piece here we're going to work on more the next time, is that God's the source of joy. So this illumination that happens in the darkness is because we're actually getting close to God. My daughter taught me from a rabbi that she's studying, Rabbi David Aaron, great books, check them out, that God does not have attributes or characteristics. He is his attributes. So God is joy. There has joy around him. He is joy. So in his presence, when we get to joy, we're moving into the presence of God. And that's what he says here. God himself is the source of joy. When you rejoice, you're at God's very side. Fortunate is the one who can rejoice and be happy always. So we're going to go more into this, but it's through finding joy even in hard times. And how do you do that? We have to get to a more deep level inside ourselves, because that, being at a lower, deeper level, will be able to break through. We need something deeper, not stronger. Deeper, not stronger. Expanded, not stronger. Expanded and deeper, not stronger. All right. We'll talk more about this. Have an amazing day. Thank you for listening, if you made it this far, for the opportunity to share these holy teachings.